Good evening and welcome. You're watching Breaking Views with me, Sanket Upadhyay, the show where we get you all the views so that you get the complete picture. Today, instead of doing a show, starting with this joke, let's get you a web series. We've designed this show as a web series because there is so much drama. It's the latest season of a political drama, and we are calling it the latest season of the last resort. What is the last resort? Well, there is a race to Rajya Sabha, and more than the Rajya Sabha contest, there is a mad rush to the nearest resort. Haryana MLAs have gone to Raipur, all the MLAs from Jaipur have gone to Udaipur, all the BJP MLAs have gone to a resort outside Jaipur, and now we are getting latest reports that in Maharashtra, some of the MLAs, perhaps of the Shiv Sena, buses have been readied, so they will also go to some resort. So what is this last resort all about? It's down to that last vote and the season of horse trading, the season of cross-voting. All of that is back to the fore. Remember the drama of 2017 when Ahmed Patel was fighting this Rajya Sabha election, all the sort of stuff that happened. Something similar, at least in 3 states, is about to happen. We'll get you a detailed presentation in just a short moment. We've actually done the math for 2 of these 3 states, for Haryana as well as Rajasthan, and we'll get them in just a short moment. I would like to introduce Mr. Rohan Gupta as the chairman of the social media department and spokesperson of the Congress party. We also have Mr. Ram Kumar Verma, BJP MP of Rajya Sabha from Rajasthan. Mr. Verma, I want to begin with you first. Agar sab kuch theek hai, if everything is all right, why has the BJP felt the need to bus all its MLAs in a resort? And the Congress has already moved their MLAs to Udaipur. You alleged, आपने Congress पे आरोप लगाया कि वो, they're misusing state machinery, they're taking their MLAs. अब आप भी वही कर रहे हैं.
देखिए, मैं आपको अनुरोध करना चाहता हूं
जी.
पहली बात तो आपने कहा कि ये बाड़ेबंदी, रिसोर्ट, उदयपुर का पहले इनका चिंतन कांग्रेस वालों का और अब बाड़ेबंदी, ये कांग्रेस की कल्चर है जिसका रिजल्ट 0 निकलता है. और भाजपा वो पार्टी अनुशासित है, इसके एमएलएज की बाड़ेबंदी की जरूरत ही नहीं होती. प्रशिक्षण जरूर किया जाता है क्योंकि प्रोसेस है. प्रोसेस के लिए अगर कोई भी राजनीतिक दल है उसके एमएलएज को उनको अगर रिहर्सल करता है वोटिंग के लिए तो उसमें कोई बुराई नहीं है. तो मेरा मानना है कि ये कांग्रेस जिस तरह की बाड़ाबंदी कर रही है, इससे ये लग रहा है कि राजस्थान का जो पैसा है, जो डेवलपमेंट का होना चाहिए, वो आज अपव्यय हो रहा है. चिंतन में किया उदयपुर में 5 स्टार होटल और उसकी कीमतें देखिए आप. और अभी इन्होंने जिस तरह एमएलएज के लिए वहाँ पर जो सुविधाएं दे रही हैं, जिस तरह के यहाँ बहुत सारे कल्चर प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं, बाड़ेबंदी के लिए ला रहे हैं, मना रहे हैं, और इनमें एक तरह से
आपने भी तो वही किया है.
अंदर बहुत बड़ी गुटबाजी.
By the way, for our viewers who don't understand, बाड़ेबंदी basically means to contain people.
We are
but I want to know, you're doing the same thing.
We are not adopt. No, sir. You are understanding a wrong perspective because बाड़ेबंदी only doing the Congress party. This is our बाड़ेबंदी, not our बाड़ेबंदी, but training is there. So there is a must for the each and every party, but Congress is actually doing the बाड़ेबंदी.
Okay.
और मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि कांग्रेस की ये हालत है सर. आगे आप देखेंगे वहाँ पर उनके कांग्रेस के लोगों के बोल देखिए. भरत सिंह जी क्या बोल रहे हैं, उनके कांग्रेस के उनके सलाहकार हमारे लोढ़ा जी क्या बोल रहे हैं. उनके अंदर ये निराशा हो रही है कि क्या राजस्थान का कैलिबर कार्यकर्ता इतना योग्य नहीं हुआ. 3 में से कम 1 कैंडिडेट तो रख सकते थे. नहीं है, राजस्थान को मजाक बना रखा है. यहाँ इनकी लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की
Rohan Gupta, I want to come to you now. You see, I've got the math right here, and if you go by the math which Mr. Gehlot is also going by, he says that we have the numbers, we have the support of our alliance partners also, our 3 candidates will sail through. But the point is, this entry of the second MP from the BJP is what is created.
Yeah.
See, because for him
Yeah.
there is a shortfall. This question is for Mr. Rohan Gupta. Rohan Gupta, what is the grand fear? Do you not trust your own, or do you feel that the BJP will do something that you will end up embarrassed?
Sanket, this new model is started by BJP from 2017 from Gujarat, Ahmed Patel ji's election.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because they know that this is one way of insulting democracy. ये कभी नहीं हुआ है. जिसके जो नंबर्स होते थे उस हिसाब से होता था, और जो पेंडिंग सीट होता था और सेकंड प्रेफरेंस वोट, देयर वाज अ प्रोसीड. Now this is the first time you are seeing that national party which is supporting the so-called independent candidate. He attends the BJP meeting. In Rajasthan, the independent candidate attended BJP meeting. In Haryana also he attended BJP meeting. So what all this happening? Because this is the way they are killing democracy. Otherwise also, whether democracy or constitution, they are making mockery of that every day. But ये करके संकेत हमको हमारे जो MLAs हैं उनको प्रोटेक्ट करना हमारी जिम्मेदारी इसलिए.
No, Rohan Gupta, what you're calling protection, Mr. Gupta, one moment. What you're calling protection could also be seen as insecurity, as lack of confidence. That's the point that I'm making. That do you not trust your MLAs that they will not stay with you and will move on? For instance, look at Haryana. 28 of the 31 MLAs are in a resort in Raipur. 3,
Sanket,
we have no idea where they will go.
Sanket, I will give you example of Gujarat 2017 elections where forcibly few MLAs were taken away by BJP. They had to break those rules and come out of it. So it's not about the choice. It is about the compulsion. The way BJP is killing democracy, it's not only about the choice of that person. They will raise the cases. They will pressurize him. Sam, dam, dand, bed. वो किसी भी लिमिट तक जा सकते हैं. ये कोरोना, whenever corona happened, when Gujarat Rajya Sabha elections were there, they did the same thing. For everybody else, there was
Verma ji, the allegation is that आप किसी भी हद तक जा सकते हैं.
तो नहीं, ये इनका राहुल गुप्ता साहब का मैं बड़े नम्रता से कहना चाहता हूं कि भ्रांति नहीं पालें, क्योंकि इनका जो हाई कमान है जिस तरह की भ्रांतियों के लिए इनको भेजता है, और जिस तरह का राजस्थान का हाल में देखो, हरियाणा में हमारे कैंडिडेट जीत रहे हैं. राजस्थान की बात करो, इनके एमएलए जिनके कंट्रोल में नहीं है. आज इनके देखो जो राजेंद्र गुड़ा का आप तो बयान देखेंगे, आप इनको लोडा जी का देखेंगे, भरत सिंह जी का देखेंगे. अब ये इकट्ठा करके जिस तरह से वो उदयपुर के बड़े अच्छे होटल रिसोर्ट में ले जा रहे हैं, वो क्या संकेत दे रहा है? हमें कोई डर नहीं है. हमारे पास में 31 विधायक है, और साथ साथ में मैं आपको ये बताना चाहूंगा कि इनके न केवल निर्दलीय और बीएसपी के, लेकिन कांग्रेस के लोग भी उनकी आत्माएं तड़फ रही है, क्योंकि इन्होंने जो वादे किए, जिस तरह की कथनी और करनी में अंतर रखा है, जिन्होंने उनको अपमानित किया गया है, और जो उनको डरा कर आज हमारे एमएलए के भी पुलिस लगा रखी है, सबके पुलिस पहरा दे रखा है. क्या है ये?
Rohan Gupta, so what Mr. Verma is saying that basically there are very contrarian voices coming in from the Congress party. And by the way, by the way, even as we speak, now we are getting information that even the Shiv Sena in Maharashtra, again an Aghadi government, is having to bus all its MLAs and take them to another resort. So another resort story from the third state. Not just Haryana, Rajasthan, now Maharashtra also.
If the BJP spokesperson, if they are so confident, then why they are not putting second BJP candidate and why independent candidate? If they feel that Congress there is a dissent, MLAs are not happy, why they are doing it? Because they want to support horse trading. Technically, people cannot vote
आप अपने देखिए कि आपके राजस्थान में एमएलए नहीं रहते क्या? आपने राजस्थान के साथ में न्याय किया, कांग्रेस वाले का दोष नहीं है.
Let me complete. आप बाद में बोलिए. मेरा यही कहना है कि प्रमोशन करना,
लेकिन सच्चाई पर बोलिए.
हरियाणा हो, वो राजस्थान हो, ये बीजेपी की नीति रही है, उसी पे वो लोग आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, और इसीलिए इट इज अ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ कांग्रेस पार्टी टू प्रोटेक्ट the democratic rights of our MLAs and ensure that they vote.
Okay, so you moved them to a resort to protect their democratic rights. You know, last time since 2017 is being mentioned, Mr. Verma, I remember the result was only announced at 2:30 in the night in 2017 for Ahmed Patel. मतलब इतने चक्कर लगे इलेक्शन कमीशन के, बाप रे बाप, it was a very strange and a unique experience to have covered 2017 राज्यसभा elections. I just hope वैसी स्थिति नहीं होगी इस बार, मिस्टर वर्मा.
बताना चाहूंगा ये नहीं, स्थिति हमारी पहले भी नहीं थी, अभी भी नहीं होगी. बड़े कॉन्फिडेंस से हम कहते हैं कि जिस तरह का वहां पर जो आप ये कहो कि बीएसपी के लोग हैं, सामाजिक न्याय का नारा दिया, अब उनको मालूम है कि राजस्थान के लॉ एंड ऑर्डर और उनके जो लोगों के साथ अत्याचार, महिला अत्याचार में नंबर 1 पर है, वो कैसे इनको वोट देंगे, निर्दलीय कैसे देंगे, जिस तरह के उन्होंने जैसे भी इन्होंने सेट किया हो. लेकिन आज वो अंदर से तड़प रहे हैं, कांग्रेस वाले इनके अंदर से तड़प रहे हैं. उनके बोल ऐसे आ रहे हैं कि आप देखिए
अंदर से तड़प रही है. अच्छा,
तो मैं
That's where the
तड़प क्या रही है, इनकी हालत ये हो रही. मुझे तो लगता है सेकंड सीट के लिए भी दिक्कत आ रही है. कांग्रेस में 3 में कह रहे हैं कि हम 3 लाए, थर्ड तो बाद की बात है. और इन्होंने जो लोग कभी जमानत जब्त होती है,
Friday blockbuster release is going to be something to watch out for. It will definitely be a political drama. Mr. Verma as well as Mr. Gupta, thank you very much for joining us. Okay, let us now quickly get you the math. And we've got it right here and we'll put it on the screen also. So let's first talk about Rajasthan, the BJP math on your screen right now. This is the BJP's math. Total MLAs of the BJP 71. In Rajasthan, 41 seats are required, 41 votes are required for an MP candidate to win. Ghanshyam Tiwari is the Rajasthan's BJP's first candidate. So of the 71, he gets 41. The remaining 30, the BJP says we will transfer to media baron Subhash Chandra. Chandra falls short by 11 because he needs 41. BJP is giving 30. Where does he get that 11 from? Now, there are two independent parties, that don't support the Gehlot government. One is the BTP and the other is the CPM. Both have 2 MLAs each. They don't support Gehlot. Even if they support Chandra, by some stroke of luck, the CPM, the left, supports a BJP-backed candidate. Even if that happens, Subhash Chandra only reaches 34, he is still short by 7. And that's where the resort politics comes in. So where will he get this balance 7 from? Let's take a look at the Congress math now. What is the Congress math? So the Congress claims it has the support of 125 MLAs. The Congress needs 123 votes for its 3 MPs to win. The Congress on its own has 108. There are 13 independents. RLP has 3. RLD has 1. So that's the Congress math. Now in Rajasthan, here are the big questions that we are asking on your screen right now. Question number 1. Will Mr. Subhash Chandra dig into the independents, Congress MLAs, for the remaining 7 votes? Where will Mr. Chandra go? See, there are 13 independents in Rajasthan. If Mr. Chandra gets 7 of these 13, he breaks into the independents, or does he break into the Congress? That's where the real confusion is, and that's where the suspense is. Will there be cross-voting in Rajasthan elections? The next big question. Will independent and alliance partners continue to support Ashok Gehlot? Ashok Gehlot claims that yes, everybody is with me. But will they be with Ashok Gehlot? Will Pramod Tiwari clear the Rajya Sabha number test or not? He's the 3rd candidate of the Congress party. Will he clear, or will this go to the BJP-backed Subhash Chandra? The BJP has also shifted its MLAs to a Jaipur resort because they also fear that there could be cross-voting in favor of the Congress party. Remember here that this is a state being ruled by Ashok Gehlot. When in 2017, in Ahmed Patel's elections, Congress MLAs had to be bussed in, kept in a resort. All of this was being coordinated by the very same Ashok Gehlot. So he's no stranger to these methods. Let's now shift focus to the Haryana story. In Haryana, the Congress has 31 MLAs. Votes required for Ajay Maken to qualify, 31. Total Congress MLAs in the Raipur resort are only 28. So suspense continues over the 3 Congress MLAs. Which way will they go? Let's now take a look at the BJP's math in Haryana. So the BJP has 40. JJP, a BJP alliance party, has 10. There are 6 independents and 1 others. So that's the BJP's math. Now what happens is that BJP's Krishan Pal Pawar, he clears. He gets 31. And the BJP said, fine, our remaining 9 MLAs, we will give to another person. And that person is another media mogul, Mr. Kartik Sharma. He owns the NewsX group. Now he is in the fray supported by the BJP. Kartike, and here is his math, 9 from the BJP, 10 from the JJP, and 7 from the others is only 26, which means Kartik Sharma is also short by 5 votes. Where will these 5 come from? The big questions on your screen right now. Will Kartike Sharma's candidature promote a cross-voting in the Congress party? Will there be a cross-voting in the Congress party? Will Congress's Kuldeep Bishnoi influence others to vote for Kartike Sharma? And then, most importantly, will INLD bail out the Congress in case of any shortfall? You see, what is happening is Dushyant Chautala broke the INLD, and that is why you can't expect an INLD to support a JJP candidate. This is local dynamics at play. So will that last minute transfer happen towards the Congress party? That's why I told you, this is not by any remote chance less than any web series, huge political drama which is going to play out come Friday. So that's why we are calling it Rajya Sabha, the last resort. Alright, I want to introduce right now Mr. Om Prakash Dhankar. He is the BJP President of Haryana. Thank you very much, Mr. Dhankar. It is very clear that since you do not have the numbers and you are confident that Kartik Sharma will sail through, there will be cross-voting.
कोई भी उम्मीदवार जब इस तरह से आता है तो वो नंबर अपने जुटाता ही है। उन्होंने हमसे मांगा है, हमारे पास 9 सरप्लस थे, अतिरिक्त हमने कहा है देंगे, जेजेपी के 10 हैं, उन्होंने कहा है देंगे, कुछ निर्दलीय विधायक हैं, कुछ अपने अपने दलों के अकेले भी हैं, तो उस नाते से वो सब मिलकर आ रहे हैं। कोई और अतिरिक्त उनको वोट मिलती है तो वो अपना भाग्य आजमा रहे हैं। लोकतंत्र में सबका अधिकार है, तो वो अपना भाग्य उस प्रकार से आजमा रहे हैं, तो उनको एक अवसर है उस प्रकार से। और जो है ये तो कांग्रेस के लोगों ने तय करना है अपनी बात, वो दूसरों पर डालने की बजाय कांग्रेस पार्टी के लोग अपने अपने विधायकों को, जिसको मैंने कहा कि वो रोक पाने में उनको कठिनाइयां हो रही हैं, छत्तीसगढ़ ले जाके बैठाना पड़ा है, ये तो कांग्रेस की कमजोरी है। तो इस नाते से बाकी सब विधायक यही है ना, सभी दलों के विधायक यही हैं, उन्हीं के विधायक क्यों गए हैं? ये साइन ऑफ वीकनेस है। मैंने पहले ही कहा कि जो नजरों से रोकते थे वो नजारों से रोकने का प्रयास करते।
Mr. Dhankar, tell me something. Are you sure that the second candidate, Mr. Kartik Sharma, will win?
देखिए, कार्तिक शर्मा का निर्णय तो वोटिंग वाले दिन होगा, लेकिन निश्चित रूप से कार्तिक शर्मा अपने पूरे उत्साह के साथ अपना चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं और सभी लोगों से जाकर अपने लिए वोट मांग रहे हैं, क्योंकि ये निर्णय तो वोट वाले दिन होना है कि किसको कितने वोट मिलेंगे, निर्णय उससे ही होगा। लेकिन बड़े उत्साह के साथ वो अपना चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं और सभी लोगों से यहाँ मिल रहे हैं। केवल कांग्रेसी लोग अपने विधायकों को ले जाकर छत्तीसगढ़ में कहीं इस प्रकार से, कभी यहाँ तो यहाँ से बदलकर वहां, ऐसा उनका दौड़ दौरा चल रहा है। और जैसे मैंने कहा कि ये कांग्रेस के का एक तरह से, जैसे मैं कहूंगा कि यहाँ रहकर वो अपनी लड़ाई लड़ते तो उनकी एक बड़ी साख थी, लेकिन वो इस तरह से जाना कहीं ना कहीं उनकी कमजोरी का ये परिचायक बना है।
All right, Mr. Dhankar, thank you very much. Let's see what happens on that blockbuster Friday. Thank you. I have with me former Haryana Chief Minister, Mr. Bhupender Singh Hooda. Thank you very much, Mr. Hooda, for your time. My first question to you, are you comfortable of sailing through with your candidate in Haryana?
Thank you, Saket. Yes, I am quite comfortable because we have got sufficient number. My party has got sufficient number. There are 31 Congress MLAs, and that is sufficient for one seat. One seat is going to Congress, another is going to BJP.
Mr. Hooda, in Haryana, we have heard a lot of resentment within the Congress on quote unquote an outsider coming in the name of Mr. Ajay Makan, and that being a bone of contention. Because if everything was well, why would you have to rush your MLAs to Raipur?
That was a different, because our MLAs had to go for training. So they went there to Raipur for the training. See, Udaipur resolution was there. So so many resolutions were passed there, and declaration was passed there. So we have to percolate to the people that resolution passed over there, declaration. So to percolate up to the people, naturally it will be via legislatures.
Now that seems to be a very difficult, it's not easy to be able to accept that answer from you, Mr. Hooda, that this was just some sort of a conference which the Congress MLAs are attending. Anyway, how do you look at, you're saying something.
It is, see, it is going to serve both the purposes, training also, and you see the other parties, whether it is BJP, JJP, they may not try for horse trading. That is the thing.
So you do fear horse trading.
Congress is, no, that is their part of their habit. You saw in this last election when Mr. Subhash Chandra was elected, how things were managed. So that precautionary. So, but in fact, it was decided to hold over a training program in Raipur, so that there is no disturbance.
Okay, Mr. Hooda, you see last time, it's interesting that you mentioned last time because there was a lot of confusion over the type of ink used, and many of the MLAs in their vote got disqualified, thus giving a chance to Mr. Subhash Chandra. This time around, however, from Haryana, there is another media baron, Mr. Kartik Sharma. He is in the contest. The BJP has transferred their extra votes.
Last time that Mr. R.K. Anand was candidate of Inelo, Mr. Chautala's party, and Congress was supporting. So as far as that, I was not in that favor, and I told Congress President also it will be difficult for me to vote for him. And I said it, I kept it blank. But other Congress members voted for him. But ink that was all conspiracy. But as far as Congress party members are concerned, everyone voted for Congress.
Okay.
So that to remove that was a big issue. Now Election Commission has instructed it is the responsibility of PRO. So that no ink thing and CCTV is put there.
Okay.
So I don't think anything can happen.
But you see, Mr. Hooda, this time around with another media baron here, Mr. Kartik Sharma, he's getting some votes of the BJP, getting the support of JJP, and talks of resentment within the Congress. It is a known fact that some of these MLAs did not go and attend your conference in Raipur. What is the possibility of many in the Congress moving towards Kartik?
No. As far as Congress is concerned, every MLA of Congress is going to vote for Congress candidate.
Including Mr. Bishnoi?
There are 28 MLAs are gone. 3. Yes, Mr. Bishnoi, why not? He is a Congress MLA. He has said, I will talk to Mr. Rahul Gandhi. That is his right to talk to the leader. What is bad in it?
So, Mr. Hooda, you are confident that Mr. Makan will be the Rajya Sabha MP on the dedicated marked Congress seats, and there will be no cross voting?
Yes.
Okay, let's now talk about your
cross voting as far as Congress.
Yeah, while that may be the case in Haryana, I am sure a person as seasoned as you and senior as you are also aware of what is happening in neighboring Rajasthan. Now that media baron Mr. Subhash Chandra has gone there, there is a legitimate fear that they will be cross voting there. Do you feel that the situation is very tricky for your party in Rajasthan?
You see, in Rajasthan, there are 4 seats. Out of 4, 2 are clear for the third seat. Number is in favor of Congress. I think the third also will get through.
No, that is the seat of Mr. Pramod Tiwari. But you've seen how the numbers are adding up. Mr. Subhash Chandra needs the support of 11 more. Now, do you think that there is a possibility that cross voting will take place?
I don't think, because as far as I understand, Congress is going to get third seat also there, because of support of MLAs, independent, BSP, all MLAs, they have joined.